team. But guess what? We're the fucking champ.
Gilgeous-Alexander on the drive, pulls back, baseline, jumper's good! OKC with their first lead of the second half. Williams has been hot all night, falling away, got it! 40 points for Jaylen Williams. 28 remaining, Holmgren down the lane! A Holmgren hammer, and it's back up to a dozen.
This is Udart. You're listening to the Uncontested.
What is up, and welcome to the Uncontested Podcast. Give me a Sunday, March 22nd, off day for the Thunder after a pretty eventful one in Washington yesterday. We are brought to you by the Blue Wire Podcast Network and our friends over at Prairie Artisan Ales.
Little nerdy dancing for me tonight.
Nice.
Patches.
And I'm going with the dinosaur glass. Vintage.
That's cool.
Prairie right here.
Question. If this were 3 podcast members, who would be getting the wedgie?
Taylor.
Put the cam back up to the screen real quick. Is the one giving the wedgie, does he have a mullet?
Yeah, the one getting the
looks
wedgie's
like it.
bald.
Oh, that's all right. I don't like that. I feel like who would have the best
Blue one
mullet
kind of
on
looks
the
like
pod?
Silva.
Yeah.
Blue and Silva, the one giving the wedgie is Nick.
That's
and
what I
I'm
was
getting the
thinking.
wedgie is
It is.
Taylor.
I think Nick would have the best mullet on the pod, don't you guys?
I agree.
Yeah.
He's got some lettuce.
The problem is my hair doesn't grow long; it just grows out, and so I don't know if a mullet's possible.
Only one
Give it a
way to
shot.
find out.
Yeah.
Guess in high school, I did the I don't even know it was called a Euro when he went to the haircut place, but it's kind of like the thing Chet does where he cuts the sides kind of, but in the back over time it eventually formed a
Yeah.
rat tail.
Nice.
I think I would like a rat tail.
That'd be awesome.
Dude, for all we know, you have one back there.
This is true.
You could. No
If
one.
I got
no
one, it
would
wouldn't
know.
be in the middle of the back of my head. It would be like side of the head, kind of like a Jedi braid.
Like a Jedi. Yeah.
I'm your host for the evening, Jacob Niffen. I've got Justin Peabody,
Hello, everybody.
J.D. Silva,
Fellas.
and Nicholas Crane.
Yellow.
I'm totally off track. I don't even know what I'm supposed to say to intro us. We already said Prairie. We already said Blue Wire.
Oh.
We already got Chet on the screen.
If you haven't seen Chet's new profile pic, it's outstanding.
Insane.
It's Chet as a Saudi prince.
The replies are calling him Chet and Yahoo.
That
Yep.
is insane.
Yeah, it's insane. It's insane. This all comes from the weird picture of him on ESPN, like the weird like motion graphic.
So good.
They made him look Middle Eastern. Chet's a
I'm-
man of many races.
I'm dying from the chat.
What's wrong?
Looks like he's had a tough.
What does that mean?
What does that mean?
Oh my gosh.
All right, I can't
right.
keep looking at this.
Well, if you are tuned into the live stream tonight, thank you for doing so. Hey, we are closing in on another milestone on YouTube as far as subscribers. So if you haven't subbed to the YouTube channel, that'd be cool if you did that. You can also join our Patreon. There's a QR code up in the top corner of the screen. We'll also put the link in the chat. But the Patreon gets you access to the Discord. There is a Discord bonus podcast, a Patreon bonus podcast coming this week. Probably have another watch party coming up soon. And we've been doing some giveaways over on the show as well. Not on the show, on the Discord. I'm so distracted because Nick's just cracking up.
Justin is getting shit on
Guys,
by the chat.
my hair's getting
Justin.
kind of long. It was windy today. Leave me alone.
Justin's fine. He's doing great.
I'm going to do the rest of the show like this.
I never have that problem. So join the Patreon.
That wasn't even me that time. It wasn't me that time.
It's nice to have Silva on the show because we also get sound bites. So Silva, hit us with the sounder.
Okay. What is?
Extrapolating outlier data.
That's a good one.
Is this better?
Oh my gosh.
Oh my God.
I think so.
I'm shooting it.
Oh man.
One more, JD. Give me a Nick one.
Okay.
The sauce is gravy.
Oh. Jimmy Neutron.
Yeah, that looks good. Versatile.
I'm just gonna be messing with it all pod now.
Every time Silva says "okay" like that, we say it one more time.
Me? Okay.
No, you go like "okay."
Okay.
Have you seen that video of Gordon Ramsay where they got the two guys in the blindfolds tasting the food?
What?
No.
And the one guy goes, "Tastes like chicken, textured chicken. I think it's chicken." The other guy goes, "Tastes like some sweated onions with And Gordon Ramsay goes, "It's chicken, you effing twat." And he goes, "Okay." Sylvia, you gotta pull the video up. We gotta play it on the screen.
Okay.
Jacob's
There he
ability
goes
to
again.
pull the most random YouTube clips from history never
Yeah.
ceases to amaze me.
You know, speaking
Amazing.
of clips and like what you see online, I think Silva probably has the most unhinged algo on X of anybody
100%.
that I know.
I have no
the,
idea.
The range of things that probably pop up on your feed is nuts.
Yes.
Can confirm.
Can I confirm? It's great. I have an amazing algorithm.
Well, we should probably talk some basketball while JD pulls up my video real quick.
What am I even typing? Gordon Ramsay chicken?
Gordon Ramsay chicken, okay, and I bet it pulls it right
Chicken
up.
blindfolded.
There you go.
Okay. Well, do you want
We
to do
gonna
that at
play
the
it
end of
real
the show?
No, right now. Right, people need the context right now.
Okay.
Wow.
Let me see if I can do this. Let me see if I can do this, I guess. JD is an insane follow. That's correct.
That's a compliment, I believe.
That is a compliment. Make sure I'm sharing the audio. Yes. Okay, here it is.
The important stuff on the podcast.
Can you hear this?
You gonna share this?
Chicken.
Thank you.
An absolute stunning
How
protein.
long is
Like
this
a
video?
Home tonight.
Oh no, the wrong one.
happy.
Oh, he's the other
I'll
one.
find it.
chicken.
It says Gordon Ramsay carves a chicken blindfolded.
This is
How
awful.
many could
That's
there
not
be?
what we're looking for, brother.
Oh my god!
All right.
Buddy, help
Well,
me.
tonight we're going to talk about that Washington Wizards game. There was people try to come up with all these cute words. It was a fight. There was a fight. AJ Mitchell
scuffle.
was right to try to fight Champagny. I got thoughts on AJ. We'll get there. J-Dub's coming back, boys.
Yeah, he is.
Thank God.
We also have an upcoming week of some interesting games. And if we have time, we're going to do a little around the association and go a little stock up, stock down with some Western Conference teams. But let's start with that Washington Wizards game. I am getting the statistics pulled up right now, so bear with me for a moment. An interesting game that was kind of a really high-scoring game until we got to the fourth quarter, and the Thunder actually played some defense. The Wizards cooled off. It ended up at 132-111. But Washington, quarter by quarter, 32, 32, 32, 15. Not a
They
great
locked
not a great stretch for the Oklahoma City Thunder. When you look at the team stats, we have Washington shot 45% from the field, but 41% from three. They hit 5 more threes than the Thunder, which really kept them in this one. Thunder out-rebounded them by a long shot. Assists were pretty close.
What was total rebounds for Washington?
They had 34.
What was
Thunder had
Hartenstein?
20.
Jesus.
Yeah, largest lead. The Thunder got up by 25 at one point in this game. Hartenstein barely misses the triple-double by 1 point. He would have had a 10-20-10 night But I guess we don't have to talk long about the game. We're probably going to get into the fight a little bit more. But Nick, takeaways, thoughts, feelings on this Wizards game. The Wizards are awful.
They are awful. Though I do think they have a pretty bright future, to be honest. Whether or not Trae Young and Anthony Davis work out long term, I think they've got some pieces. Biggest takeaway is just like Shai's ability to flip a switch. I had to go pick up dinner. I think it was midway through the second quarter. And when I left, Shai was not playing very well. And I mean, this place I went to is down the street. Like I was gone 8 total minutes, probably 4 minutes of game time. I came back and the dude was like 19 points. I think he had 5 when I left. Just his ability to flip a switch is unbelievable. And this is one of those games where it's just like in the blink of an eye, he can just completely flip a game. He's just that good. I know the Wizards suck, but like when he really wants to, and everyone's like the whole discourse right now is MVP and point totals. Like if Shai really wanted to score 50 or 60 points in a game, brother, I'm telling you, he could do it pretty easily. He just has no desire because generally that's not conducive to winning, and he's not a high volume shooting guy, but he absolutely could. It'd be very easy. Like when he wants to shoot the ball and realizes my team needs it, he's unstoppable.
I think that's a good way of putting it. The ability to control the game at will. Continue. I mean, the past 2-3 weeks, we've seen it time and time again. When the game gets tight, Shai steps up. Sad that the game got a little tight against the Wizards, but it is what it is. But yeah, he had a stretch later in the game. The stretch kind of late in the first half was impressive, and it feels very similar to what he did about a week ago, where he was that the Magic game last Sunday, where he only had like 4 points, and then you blinked and he had like 15.
Yes,
same kind of thing. But late in the game, he had a stretch where he hit a falling down and one, and then he had the one at the end of the third quarter where he heaved up the 3. Probably could have been a foul call, but drained it anyway. Like those 2 plays were so impressive. The body control, the shot making, the composure under contact is all the things that make Shai so good. And that, to your point, Nick, made him such a good and efficient scorer. He's just so impressive. So impressive.
This was a weird one where the defense we're used to seeing just wasn't quite there. I mean, they were playing. This is the longest road trip of the season. The season is winding down. They're playing against a tanking team that doesn't want to win. Understandable why the energy wouldn't be there, but I didn't really have a doubt that they could flip a switch and make it happen, and they did. I kind of thought it would happen right after halftime. After that, the fight closed the first half. Took them another quarter. That was amazing, and you kind of needed it from SGA because the other, I mean, AJ was having a great night before he got tossed.
Yeah.
And he didn't have much else going on. Chet started off really slow, but they figured it out.
Jared McCain was awesome.
He was.
Let me
awesome.
rephrase that. Jared McCain is awesome.
Yeah.
Right. He's been so
Justin,
good.
to tag on to what you were saying, Shai also had in that fourth quarter when he came back, righty drive, cross, pull up, and then he had the come off the screen, get downhill, and I think he punched it with the right hand, went in left, switched and punched it right, which was pretty awesome. So, Shai was just incredible. Speaking of Shai, I didn't know if I was going to get to do this on the show or not, but we're talking about him enough that I'm going to do it. Last night, he was 17 of 27 from the field, 1 of 2 from 3, 5 of 8 from the free throw line. Little more efficient than a little chubby
boy.
Laker, but the efficiency got me thinking a little bit, and so I went digging for some statistics. Now I tried to clear out some of the noise, so I went to all the players in the NBA.
I tried to clear out the noise by going to every player in the NBA.
Yes.
I know you're going somewhere. I'm kidding.
I filtered it down to you've had to play at least 50 games, and you have to take at least 6 shots a game. Fair?
Okay.
That clears some
50
noise.
games, 6 shots a game. Okay.
And I wanted to look at field goal percentage. When you have those filters, you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 13 players above Shai in field goal percentage. I want to see if you
All
guys can
bigs.
guess who they are. Player number 1 plays for Minnesota.
Gobert.
Rudy Gobert.
Player number 2 plays for the Los Angeles Lakers.
Reeves.
Ayton?
No, this is Ayton, field goal percentage. Number 3
Reeves is efficient too. That's why I was guessing him.
3 is for Detroit.
Duran?
4 is for Boston.
Kada.
Nemi?
Yes. 5 for the Cleveland Cavs.
Nemi.
Jared Allen?
Jared Allen.
I'm seeing a
6
trend
for
here.
for the Phoenix Suns.
Who
Mark.
the hell's their big?
Mark Williams.
Mark Williams.
This one you guys might not get because I forgot this man existed. 7th plays in Dallas. Played 52
Marvin Bagley.
games. Marvin Bagley III.
I was hoping to be Dwight Powell. The
Next
undying
is-
Dwight Powell.
Next is New Orleans.
Zion.
Yes. Then we got Denver.
Jokic?
Jokic. The Brooklyn Nets.
Claxton?
Nick Claxton. Nick will probably be the only one who will get this one. The Sacramento Kings.
Oh. Maxime Renault.
Yes. I didn't know that's how you pronounce that name.
Yeah,
I
he's
was hoping I
French.
could get that. Yeah.
The Clippers.
Is it the German guy who has the
Niederhauser?
the foot injury?
It is not Niederhauser. It is John Collins.
Oh.
And then you have a Thunder player above Shai.
Hartenstein?
Nope.
Chet.
The other one. Chet.
The other one.
What do you notice about all those guys, JD?
They're all bigs.
They're all bigs. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander's field goal percentage, his efficiency is at the level of pretty much all the bigs in the league. Also, when you look at that list, everybody above Shai, none of them take more threes than Shai than Jokic does. Shai takes 4.4, Chet 3.5, John Collins 3.3, and then Joker at 4.7. After that, nobody takes more than 0.8 per game. And three-point percentage typically pulls your percentage down.
Right.
The efficiency level is just insane. It is absolutely
Unprecedented.
insane.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Unprecedented with the volume, like you said. The volume.
The midi
and the
is a
shot
layup.
diet.
It is
Mhm.
literally a
Yeah.
layup.
Yeah. Yeah.
He shoots better on middies than 3/4 of the Thunder players shoot on layups.
That's
Yeah,
not
that's
wrong.
absurd.
He's unbelievable.
He is. Feels like he never misses. Or if he has a cold streak, he quickly gets over it. Like he's had.
Yeah.
Even the best players in the NBA have stinkers sometimes, and he has had like one this season, and it was against the Timberwolves last week and the week before. Like that was the only game I can remember this year where he had a bad offensive game, and he was still impactful in other ways.
Meanwhile, Luka Doncic is at 47% from the field, 37% from 3.
Luka's putting up tour dates.
Does it feel? It kind of feels like that Lakers game is going to matter. We play him several
what?
times.
Maybe.
Coming up, right?
For what though?
Yeah.
Narratives, MVP discussion.
Narratives, yes. MVP outcome, no. Mike,
It's a season-long award. It's not a Mickey Mouse
I agree.
Watch award.
I agree.
Yeah.
It's a good way. It's deja vu from last year. The race is over, but it's a good way to generate one, discussion, and 2, money for betting companies.
I do think that
Both
the
of which are
Thunder-
important.
The Thunder will beat the shit out of the Lakers at least one of those 2 games. Like both times they played the Lakers this year, it's been like blowout city.
Yep.
One of them, Luka didn't play, but the Lakers' biggest problem was they didn't have the quickness defensively to keep up with Thunder's ball movement. I'm telling you right now, Luka Doncic does not fix that problem.
Correct.
So I think it's
And
it's
the other
horrible matchup
one
for the Lakers.
that Luka did play, I don't know if you remember this, Nick, but there was no Lou Dort in that game, and we were all kind of worried, like,
Yep.
He had
who's going to
19
guard
points.
Luka? And Kaysen Wallace proved to me
Clamping.
that night, he
Yeah.
can guard up just
Didn't he
fine.
get ejected in that game? Am I remembering that correctly?
Luka?
Am I making that up?
I don't recall
remember.
that.
I don't remember. He may have.
I don't know. Speaking of getting ejected, though, great transition.
Good
JD.
segue.
Wow.
Hey.
We had a bit of a scuffle in
A skirmish.
in DC.
A kerfuffle.
Hasn't been
They
a
were playing
scuffle
grab
that big in,
ass.
haven't been a scuffle in DC that bad since Lincoln got shot.
Wow.
Hello.
Christ.
Wow.
That wasn't that bad. That was a long time ago.
Too
Not as
soon.
bad. Yeah, too soon.
Other than that, Mrs. Lincoln, how was Shay's performance?
I do want to share this picture if you guys will bear with me. But
Which
Gonna
one?
be Chet again.
This.
Oh my God.
that's who started the scuffle. I don't know, Justin. Quick thoughts on the scuffle before we get into the ramifications from today, which seem a little ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean, it seemed like a nothing burger at first. Jay Will just doing what players do probably dozens of times every game, get out of my way. No, you get out of my way. And it was nothing. What escalated it was AJ getting hit in the face, and it all went downhill from there. You had what looked like Gil rushing in and shoving AJ's head into a chair, going into the stands. You had Jay Will involved. You had Kaysen running in. It was not like Malice in the Palace levels of drama, obviously, but anytime you go into the stands, it's a recipe to get dicey. You never know what's going to happen. Thankfully, it was the Wizards arena, so half the seats were empty. But the immediate suspensions and the ones today, or I guess immediate ejections rather, and the suspensions are just a little questionable for me. I'm having
Already
a
missed
hard
a half
time.
game.
I'm having a hard time wrapping my head around it.
Yeah. 3 for 1 is wild.
Yeah, so 3 Thunder players get ejected.
that-
Jay
that's-
Will, AJ, and Kaysen to
That's the
one
biggest
Wizard.
Yeah, that's the biggest contribution Champagne's made to that roster all year.
And like the biggest outlier in all this is in the moment and in the pool report, Gil did nothing wrong.
Right?
But then Gil gets fined the same amount that Queso got fined.
It's really weird.
Nuts.
You
They,
also
they
don't
must
often
have just
see-
missed it on the spot, is what that says to me.
Yes.
How did they?
Like,
They reviewed
it for
20
11
minutes.
minutes.
It took forever.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
You also don't
It's-
always see the guy reacting, like AJ was the reactor in this to the inciting incident. You don't often see that person's punishment be the same or worse than the guy who incited the whole thing.
And to me, this has to be about it going into the stands because the whole like getting ejected because you escalated the situation. If that's the case, then the Jay Will, Lou Dort, Nikola Jokic scuffle should have had like
Right.
4 people ejected.
Well,
Yeah, right,
and
so-
Jokic got nothing for that.
Exactly, which is just crazy. Speaking about watching the review for 11 minutes, this kid right here. Can you guys see this kid over here?
Yeah.
Yes,
He's
with his
that's
phone.
the video we should have been reviewing right there.
That's the Zapruder film
Yeah.
right there.
This kid is the GOAT. Never got up, never got worried, never got out of the way. Just these dudes are just fighting right in his lap.
It's like the meme
Records
of
the
the
entire
people
video.
fighting in the grass and the person just laying there filming it. That's that
this
kid.
kid.
Did we
That's
just
this kid.
reference another presidential assassination? We've now
Zapruder?
done that. We
Yes.
brought up the Lincoln, and now you're not getting this anywhere else, folks.
Lincoln and JFK assassinations.
Yeah.
I'll say this. I'll say
All we
this.
need is can we somehow tie in Reagan getting shot?
Wow.
Well,
I'll
I
leave
think we
that to
just
you.
did.
I'll leave that to you.
Nick, any thoughts?
I do think that the silver lining, if there
We
is
took
one,
the over on 2.5 assassination jokes tonight. You cashed out. Sorry, Nick.
silver lining is
The silver lining?
The silver lining. Ooh, that'd be a 6 segment. The
Too
silver
bad.
lining.
Too bad. Silva is the opposite. It's instead of a positive takeaway, it's like the most negative takeaway from a good situation is the
Maybe that's
silver
the point.
lining.
Maybe that's
It
the
wasn't
point.
always this way.
This is a red carpet now for Jared McCain to play more minutes in a game that probably means a lot to him.
It's a good point.
That's a good point.
Still ridiculous that
the
AJ
silver
got
lining.
a
Start
game
him.
suspension. Absolutely ridiculous. Also, I tweeted this. I stand by it. I was very confident in AJ going in the playoffs. Confidence through the roof. Absolute dog.
Shai had
The
to
best
pull him
part,
back
like
to the
he
bench.
gets pushed in the face. He immediately is just like, I want all the smoke. Goes after the dude. They're pulling him off. The finger point at the end. Oh, dude, the finger point got me fired up. If he just would have turned the finger point from this to this,
Whoa.
it would have been so good.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Might have
So
been
good.
suspended for 2 games.
Why did Kaysen get ejected?
Kaysen, yeah. It looked, I mean, he kind of rushed in after the fact, but I don't know. Everybody rushed in after the fact. I'm not sure why he got singled out specifically.
You know how many
for?
You know how many points Shai had in that moment?
19?
Yes. Can you imagine? That's how the streak went.
Oh my God.
wow.
Isn't that what happened to Wilt? He got ejected. That's what ended his streak.
Yes.
Yeah, that would have been nuts. Yeah, I don't get it. It is what it is. I do, it is wild to see the Thunder go from the like, oh, they're too goofy to like, what, now they're the bad boy Thunder of the NBA? Like,
Good.
everyone's like, oh, the dirty team's at it again. Like, when did they switch from being like the little goofy feel good story to the bad boy, like, dirty team of the league is wild.
You always have to have something against them.
Yeah. I think we need to maybe that's our next shirt idea is the bad boy Thunder shirt.
I've said that 11 times, waiting for you to take the hint.
When?
In the group chat, on the podcast.
I don't listen to you when you talk, so that's probably
Been
the issue.
said a couple times.
It was better when it was my idea.
Anything else from the scuffle? Oh, we do have something else from the scuffle. I forgot. I made a segment.
Oh yes.
You made a segment for the scuffle?
Yes,
Yep.
we're gonna make a list
Okay.
of the top 5 guys currently on the team who would absolutely crash out and try to murder somebody if they got hit in the face like that.
Okay.
From
So
say
like
it again
player
from the
most
current
likely-
team?
Current team.
Okay.
Current team who are the top 5 guys who, if Champagne did that to them, they would crash out, get hands on him, and probably murder him.
This is most likely to fight.
Kenny Hustle.
Thank you, Silva, for the actual
You're welcome, Nick.
exercise.
Kenny Hustle would have ended his life on the spot.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Caruso?
Word is that J-Mac can fight.
That's what they say.
That's what they say.
Who they being Chandler Parsons? Is that right?
I trust Chandler Parsons.
Would you?
It just seems like an interesting
It was
thing
it was a weird specific like
Remember
Yeah,
when
it was.
Chandler Parsons in a Twitter live in some comments on a girl's stream? Do you remember that?
Probably. I wouldn't be surprised.
I'm gonna look it up real quick.
It just felt like a very specific thing to bring up.
Yeah. Yeah, that's fair.
So there
And
has
it
to be
wasn't like he's a bad guy that fights. He was like, if you get him in the ring, he's actually really talented.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which I don't
Yeah.
think would translate to the court necessarily, so I would not
Yeah,
put him on
that's
the list.
different. J Will's got to be up there.
Jay Will's on the list.
Post Jokic interaction, J Will's up there for sure.
Yeah.
So we got
Do we say
Kenrich,
Dort?
J-Mac, Kaysen,
I'm not sure Dort is on the list.
or sorry, J-Will.
Yeah.
Dort's on the list. He backed up to Jokic, but everybody else he's been pretty like
Yeah, I think that's
He had fears by the throat.
he did.
Yeah,
he
yeah.
did. Yeah, I forgot about that.
yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
And then
Dort
AJ?
feels like the guy that gets in your face but doesn't actually do anything. But like you probably poop yourself when that happens, and that's enough to end it.
Real quick, let's go Thunder history.
Jesus.
Perk.
Serge
James
Ibaka
Johnson.
first on the list.
James
James
Johnson.
Johnson doesn't count. They had to play a game.
He was in the Thunder welcome tweet.
That doesn't count.
Never set foot in Oklahoma City.
Serge is
Serge is
there.
number 1, right?
No. Number 1 is Nenad Krstić.
Okay, that's fair.
He threw a chair at a guy in a game.
That's awesome.
Like he proved it.
That's before Silva was
That-
born.
Yeah, I think that was
Yeah, I
also
was
like
not
a
watching-
nationalist thing. But
I was not watching Thunder basketball then.
Well, you should go
Okay,
look that up because the
Nenad
clip is
Krstić.
amazing.
Serge Ibaka,
Perkins. Gedrick Perkins.
I don't feel like Perkins would fight anybody.
Yeah,
He tried to
Perk's
fight
another
Steven
one that,
Adams
like,
in practice. He said, "I'm the silverback."
Nate Robinson.
Nate would probably shoot somebody.
Oh my God.
Isn't he the one that got
All right.
found with guns? No, that was
No.
Sebastian Telfair.
yeah, no.
I'm getting
And
my
Gilbert
5'6"
No.
point guards mixed up.
Oh my God.
I feel like there's got to be some underrated guys we're forgetting.
Dion Waiters?
Oh, Markieff Morris.
Oh,
yeah. Yeah.
Morris. That's a good one.
Good pull.
That's a good one. Can we extend past Thunder history and throw in Birdman or why am I blanking on his name?
Oh, Smooch says
Robert-
Schroeder. Schroeder's a good answer.
Oh,
Schroeder's a
yeah.
good
That's
one.
a good one.
The Hornets guy that like was found in an abandoned house with a tank. Robert
Oh,
Swift.
With
he
the
played for the
tank?
Thunder.
With a
Yes. Wasn't it a tank?
Tank in his apartment?
Not in his apartment.
It's not
I
computing.
think he was doing meth.
Robert
What?
Swift tank.
I don't know if it was a tank, but it was military equipment.
Robert Swift military equipment.
meth.
Silva's getting on a watch list right now.
In 2014, a police raid on the home of former NBA player Robert Swift uncovered illegal weaponry, including a military-style grenade launcher
There it is. That's
and
what I
a
was
sawed-off
remembering.
shotgun.
Thank
What
you.
does he need that for?
I don't think anyone needs that for
Blowing
When the
shit
feds
up.
come knocking.
Blowing shit up, Nick. What else?
Oh my gosh.
All right. That's
He
all I
shared
had.
his- He shared his home with a suspected heroin dealer.
It's a really well done article. It's heartbreaking. It's a really sad read. It came out. Wouldn't you say 2014?
Yep.
Something like that. Yeah. Yeah. Anyway,
Justin, you want to do some trivia?
let's do some trivia.
I was hoping to have Nick talk about
hold
Will
on.
Riley for 10 minutes. I feel like Nick
am
has
I
a
allowed
lot
to
of
make this
thoughts on.
joke?
No,
Am I allowed
not.
to make this joke?
probably not.
Usually
If
not.
you have to ask,
Usually not.
Sawed-off shotguns and grenade launchers.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
To bring us back to real hoops, Silva, I think Will Riley, the consensus, at least from Team Canada, is that he's going to be like one of their prominent guys in the Olympics.
I knew you'd have a good nugget.
Nuggets. Let's play some trivia. Brought to you by Prairie Artisan Ales. Visit our friends over at Prairie. The weather is beautiful. They have a great tap room where you can enjoy some beers, including 2 new beers that released this week. Bald Boy Spring, Jacob, a hazy triple IPA made with Superdelic, Nelson, and Azalea hops, or Rainbow Radler, which is a sour ale made with rainbow sherbet and lemonade.
Go back to the first one again.
Bald Boy Spring,
What's it made with?
Superdelic, Nelson, and Azalea hops.
You just made all those words up.
They put my dog Nelson in the beer.
Superdelic Nelson, is that like an extreme form of like a full
There's a
Nelson?
comma in between there.
What?
Superdelic, Nelson, and Azalea.
We don't use
Hops.
Oxford commas.
3
There's no
kinds.
comma.
What?
I
Those are
absolutely do
things.
use Oxford commas, and I'll fight
Do
you. over
you?
that. Yes.
Oh, I hate Oxford
yes.
commas.
I don't. I'm out on those.
Yeah.
I hate 'em.
Justin just cast a spell on us, I think.
Yep.
Anyway,
What are those things?
they're hops. Do you know what hops are?
It sounds
Jacob
like
has
you just,
no hops.
No, he's
Wow.
Hops are a primary ingredient in beer, and in
I-
IPAs, there's a lot of hops, and sometimes they combine different types of hops. So
Sometimes they're
it's
Nelson
like-
hops.
Think of it like apples. You got Cosmic Crisp and Pink Lady. It's like that, but for
What happened
hops.
to Granny Smith?
hey, she's still kicking. Makes a good
still
pie.
alive.
Don't disrespect the granny. She's the OG.
Yep.
She is.
All right, let's do some trivia questions before we start naming more produce. Question number 1. Since the NBA began tracking turnovers in 1977, how many times has a player had 30 plus points per game, 50% plus field goal percentage, and a 2.5 plus assist turnover ratio? 30 plus
wasn't
points per
listening to-
game. How many times has a player had 30-plus points per game, 50% plus field goal percentage, and 2.5 plus assist to turnover ratio? Since 1977. Nick says 0. Silva says 1. Jacob says 0. The answer is 3.
Ooh.
Now, my question would be, do you have any guesses of who fulfilled the 3 instances?
Say the 3 things, or say the criteria one more time.
30-plus points per game,
Okay.
50% plus field goal percentage,
Kobe's
2.5 plus assist turnover ratio. 3 times in the history of the NBA since they
It's 3
started
different
tracking
players?
turnovers. 3 times.
3 times or 3 players?
3 instances that this has happened. That's up for you to decide, Mr. Crane. That's 50 years of NBA history. Nick says MJ. Jacob says SGA, Wilt. Silva says LeBron 2 times and Jokic. The answer, the most recent instance happening right now, assuming it holds, but seems like it will. 25-26 SGA. The next most recent, 24-25 SGA. The next most recent, 23-24 SGA. The only 3 times it's happened in NBA history for scoring efficiency and taking care of the ball. Shout out OPTA stats on Twitter for pulling that one, because that is not a stat I would have found on my own.
You telling me Luka's not on that list?
Next question. Shai's 20-point streak currently sits at 131 straight games. What is the record for most consecutive 30-point games? This was a fun tweet that I saw from Brett Usher last week, going around Shai's record.
God,
most 30-point games in a row. Silva says 23. Jacob says 86. It's quite a range. Nick says 65. The answer, 65. Mr. Crane. This is like, you've been doing this a lot this season, hitting it right on the nose. The answer is 65. It's Wilt, of course, because of course it's Wilt. The next closest is Harden at 32. Also, in case you're curious, the record for most 40-point games in a row is Wilt with 14. The record for most 50-point games is Wilt with 7. And the record for most 60-point games in a row is Wilt with 4.
What's the record for most 80-point games?
I think it's 1.
It is 1.
2 people tied for that one.
No, actually, I went down a rabbit hole doing the same exercise recently.
Nice.
That's how I knew 65. Because I remember thinking that is like the award qualification number. Someone basically just did that for 30 straight.
Yeah, that's insane. That's insane. Also have a couple more questions from our guy Smoot. Thank you, Smoot. This next one, building on the scoring streak for Shai. Shai's streak started on November 1st, 2024. Against which team? Does anyone remember when the 20
I remember the
streak
game that
started?
he didn't have 20, but we're talking the game after.
The game, yep. When did the streak
What was the
start?
date?
November
Say it again.
1st, 2024.
That feels like a...
If Nick Rainmans this, Nick says Minnesota, Jacob says Mavericks, and Silva says Kings. The answer is the Trailblazers. Next question. Shai's first 20-point game in the NBA occurred on December 17th, 2018, when he played for the Clippers. Against which team did this occur? Smoot's going way, way in the recesses of the mind for this one. Nick says the Lakers. Jacob says the Thunder. Silva is furiously writing the Trailblazers, and that is the correct answer. It is the Portland Trailblazers.
I see you.
He's picking up what he's putting down.
Yep.
Time is a flat circle. Jacob, to your hello. To your comment earlier, do you remember who the team was that was the last one to hold Shai under 20?
Denver.
Smoot says the Spurs.
I thought it was that Denver game at home.
Spurs on October 30th, 2024 is what Smoot submitted. You guys can fight about it. Last but not least, the Thunder have lost 24 games during Shai's 20-point streak in the games that Shai has played. How many games did Wilt lose during his 127 straight 20-point games?
And Shai's lost how many? 24?
24. Nick says 63. Silva says 63. Jacob says 28. The answer is 62.
Oh, I was
So
trying to
close.
rob you, Nick.
You should have prices righted him. You would have won.
Should've. I thought he just like knew.
I thought I did. I did.
Thank you, Smoot, for the questions. Get some Prairie Ales. Nick, did you just crack open another one?
I did. I got my my go-to.
Rhinestone Rancher. Oh, hello. That's a close-up. That's a good one.
My favorite can.
All right, gentlemen. Tomorrow night. Tomorrow night, the OKC Thunder play in Philadelphia against the 76ers. It's an interesting game for a few reasons. It's the Jared McCain return. That'll be fun. And Jaylen Williams making his return to basketball after a 5-week delay. Last time we saw him was in that Phoenix Suns game when he was like peak powers Jalen Williams.
Cooking.
It's been a while. It's been a while.
I said I'm sorry.
Goodness.
Jacob can't hold it together tonight.
I can't. This will be the first time. I don't know since when the starting lineup has all played together because Lou Dort is also back. But we will see the starting lineup tomorrow.
Who has not been good.
Who has not been good.
Also true.
Who did not die. First question is, did you get that reference?
Yes.
No.
Muppets
No.
Christmas Carol.
Yep.
Tiny
The who?
Tim, who did
Tiny-
not
Who?
die.
Tiny Tim.
Muppets Christmas Carol is an iconic film.
Who
Do you
the
not know
hell is
Tiny
Tim?
We'll get on that, Nick. You and I can watch it together.
Okay. We're not 50 years old.
What?
Oh,
Get out of here.
Nick not knowing Tiny Tim.
I was
is
going to
just
say,
peak
that
Nick.
I'm hoping that that we're not assuming Tiny Tim is a Muppet specific creation.
What do you mean?
He might just be a part of the Christmas story, the Christmas Carol lore.
Which is
Christmas Carol lore.
Classic Christmas novel. Charles Dickens.
Do you think I'm reading Christmas novels?
I don't think you're reading any novels.
You're
you know about
correct.
the ghost of Christmas past,
Yes,
present, and future.
that's what it
That's
is.
Christmas
Yeah.
Carol.
The
Tiny
kid that
Tim is kind of
dies-
an important story.
Tiny
or
Tim is
figure in
the one that
story.
goes past, present, and future?
No,
That's Scrooge.
that's Ebenezer.
Who the hell is Tiny Tim?
Bob Cratchit's son.
Who?
He's
Oh my gosh.
Bob who?
The Wicked Witch of the East, bro.
She's a witch.
I am lost.
Were we talking about Dub?
No, we're talking about Tiny Tim.
We're talking about how the starting lineup has sucked. in the
First,
5 games they
expectations
played.
on Dub's return.
First question, actually. Sorry.
Who's Tiny Tim?
Do we think the starting lineup is the starting lineup?
Yes.
Yes.
Even though
Do
I
I
don't
want
very-
it to be?
I don't
I
want
don't
it.
No.
know if it is. I don't
It's
know.
very on brand for Dagnall to. You don't think it
Now,
is?
wouldn't it be fun if AJ wasn't suspended, and then we had like this suspense of, ooh, is it going to be Dort or AJ?
Who do you think it's going to be, Nick?
I could see a similar to like Wemby coming off the bench early on from his injury. I could see Dub coming off the bench.
Oh,
Hmm.
I don't think so.
You could be totally right. This is all gut feel.
Yeah, that would be interesting. It feels out of pattern for this team and how they've approached
only 11 games to
injuries.
integrate. Like, I get that, but
Well, that too. But like just in general, I mean, we've kind of talked about this a little bit recently, that it feels like they would rather wait longer and have them a little further along in the process.
Throw him into the
than-
fire. Yeah.
Yeah. Now
Flip
that
side,
he may
if
still
they're
come back on a
starting-
minutes restriction or something potentially, but I think he's gonna be ready to go.
what if they start McCain and bring them off the bench?
It'd be amazing.
That would be fun. I'd be okay with that.
It'd be sick.
So yeah, I don't know. AJ started as soon as he didn't start in that first game, but once he got back, he was starting. So I think it's just full speed ahead. What are our expectations for Dub?
I expect him to be good, like kind of right off the bat. You know?
I expect a top 25 player in the league to be good.
Yeah. Well, I expect. I mean, this has been such a weird season for Dub. He's only played 26 games, and a large chunk of those he was not himself because it was the wrist thing.
Yeah.
But when he came back from the first hamstring injury, he was looking like himself again. So I'm kind of expecting more of that. You know.
Did you watch his recent? Not recent. It was like one of the
All-Star
more
break?
recent vlogs where he talked about the injury. Like he was supposed to be subbed out 7 seconds after that play, like based on his like rotation. Like after that layup, they called a timeout. Like he was going to be subbed out.
Brutal.
The layup that he pulled it again.
Should we still be worried about the hamstring injury coming back, or do you feel like they waited such a long time? It feels like they were extra careful with it this time. Like, are you guys worried?
There's always a slight risk of it re-aggravating. I mean, that's why we're here right now, because that's what happened. So I think they're going to be they're going to probably continue to be conservative with it. That's why I said maybe there's a minutes restriction tomorrow when he plays. But I don't know that I don't know. It didn't seem like it was a super severe, like when it happened, he wasn't carried off the court or something like that, where it's like, oh man, this is like awful. Maybe that means nothing. Maybe it does mean something, but I'm not too worried about it. I'm with you, Silva, in that it felt like through what we've seen of Dub this year, it was all about the wrist. And I think the wrist is doing pretty good. And so I'm excited to see what that looks like, hopefully over a longer stretch of games than what we got to see it for so far, because that is just, regardless of how many games he's played, you said 26?
26, yeah.
It doesn't even feel like that many. Like
I
that
know.
feels like more games because of just like how off it was most of the time. If he can come back and make meaningful shots and look like himself from that respect, it's going to get real fun.
I'm thinking back to whenever he first came back from the wrist injury. I can't remember if it was from the wrist injury the first time he did the hammy. But the scoring wasn't there, but he was doing a lot of playmaking and a lot of like hustle play type stuff. Wouldn't surprise me if we see that tomorrow night, but they need to find a groove. Like he's just got to get going quick. And I do feel good about the jump shot, considering like the wrist is better now. Like I'm excited to see that. I think biggest thing is, I don't know. I mean, are you getting your second best passer back? Third best passer?
Yeah.
Probably your second best scorer.
Yep.
I think he is a.
Are you getting your second best defender back?
Yeah, I think he's better than Dort defensively with his versatility and length and scale up, scale down. You're basically getting a better offensive Dort.
Think about better offensive. Like better is doing a whole lot of lifting there, Nick.
Well, I mean, even his early season struggles offensively were better than Dort.
I know.
Like, if you get the worst offensive version of him, it's still better
Yeah.
offensive
Way better.
Dort.
Yeah.
And this team has been really good with bad offensive Dort.
Yes. I think about the guys that they've struggled guarding recently.
Yep.
Jaylen Brown, Aaron Gordon. I'm struggling to think of other guys. But
Bigger,
those are the
like,
dudes.
physical.
Those are the dudes that Dub
Julius?
would guard.
Yeah, Julius
Yeah,
is a
Julius
big one.
is a great one.
Oh, Julius is a great one. Yeah. Like those are all the guys that Dub would guard.
Yep.
And like you're saying, like his versatility is just insane. Getting him, I mean, you're literally adding the second best player on the team. And the fact that it's going to slide everyone else down just a little bit, like I know we all want to see more offensive creation Chet, but getting Dub back, Dub might have like the best lob passes to Chet.
Yep.
You know, it
Yep.
frees Chet up to be a play finisher even more. So there's so many things that he's going to impact on the team just because of how freaking good he is. So I'm excited for it.
Let me give you a silver lining. Take you down a rabbit hole of sadness. Aaron Gordon last year suffered a hamstring injury, missing 19 games very early in the season. He re-aggravated it in late January, the very end of January. No, wait, that's this year. Hang on, I'm finding the old one. Okay,
It was calf last year, wasn't it?
yeah, it was calf. I'm pulling up the wrong article. Ignore me. I was gonna say Gordon missed 17 games, but that was this year's stat. Last year it was, or J-Dub was 16 games, and I was going to point that out, but now that's irrelevant. Ignore me. I'm going to look up last year's instead.
But Gordon, I mean, like I think it's still a good data point. Gordon is back now, playing very well, and just like Dub, there's a chance he aggravates. Like to answer your question, Silva, I don't know if it's something you should be concerned about because of the randomness of it. Like the Thunder could have probably brought him back March 1st. If it was a playoff scenario, he'd be playing March 1st. They could have waited till April 1st and like give him a 6th week off.
Yeah.
I think it's all probabilities and odds and luck and doing the right things off the court. And he could do everything right and sat out 3 weeks longer than he needed to and come back in this, like, from a probability standpoint, he's as good as you can get. And he could still screw it up in round 2, game 3. Like, that's just the reality.
Yeah.
There's also just as equally likely chance that any other player that doesn't have a lingering injury gets injured.
That's what I was about to say.
Yep.
Game 3, round 2.
Exactly.
True.
What does the rotation look like? I mean, you're bringing a big piece back, even if there's a minute
For
restriction. No, not for Philly, but like
Just
these
in
last
general.
11, like sliding everybody down a spot. If the starting 5 is the starting 5, Shai, Dort, Dub, Chet, Hart, what does the rest of the rotation look like? Who is getting in and getting those minutes, and whose minutes are starting to get squeezed? I guess let's start there. Who's currently in the rotation who would see their minutes squeezed the most?
My first thought was, could McCain lose minutes? But they're not really filling the same role on the team at all.
Aaron Wiggins.
Wiggins
that's
was
what
the
I was
name I
thinking.
was going to say too. It feels like he's the odd man out lately.
I think situationally, Jay Will. I
Yeah.
think there's matchups he's got to play. There's matchups that he's probably played and the Thunder have not loved the situational fit.
Could lose minutes
Kenrich.
come down.
Yeah, I don't know if Kenrich is really in the rotation.
Played a lot in games.
Yeah, he has.
Yeah,
It's more game to game than it is like if you looked at his minute averages over the past 20 games, it's not like he's playing that many minutes every game. It's more like 22 this game and then like 4 the next in garbage.
yeah. Like
time.
I don't think he was going to play in Washington until 3 guys got kicked out. You know,
Indeed. Yeah.
I don't know what I mean. In the chat, they're saying maybe Lou Dort. I mean, Lou's already been
Kind of already
losing
happened.
minutes. Can Kaysen see a downtick here?
Yeah.
Is it Joe and McCain?
I think
It shouldn't be.
I think it's all of the above. but I think the ones that we kind of led off with, the Wiggins, the Jay Wills, the Kenrich, like that feels probably the biggest piece of the pie to get dub minutes, and everybody else probably gives a little bit.
Can we slot either this Sunday or next Sunday, revisiting our minutes predictions and doing a real playoff one?
Yeah.
That's fun.
Yeah, that'd be good.
Absolutely. I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see how it all, like, not just who loses the minutes, but does Shai still play the whole first quarter? Do we get more Shai and AJ minutes or more Dub and AJ minutes, and have like the 2 ball handlers on the floor?
Mm-hmm.
Like, what does that look like? Does Dub run more whenever they go single big with Hartenstein, or does he run more with Chet? Like, there's just so many little interesting wrinkles that it's actually going to make these last 11 games pretty fascinating.
Yep.
Just so they can figure out what they want to do.
A lot of data to gather.
Yes.
Yeah, we don't know the ceiling of this team still, because the second best player has been out for most of the year, which is, I feel like, a very rare occurrence for a team that's already as good as this Thunder team. It just feels like there's still another gear yet to be discovered with J-Dub being back in full swing. I hope he gets there. He looked great in that Suns game before he got hurt.
Could Caruso be a guy
11 of 11
with the minutes
In the regular season, probably.
Yeah,
I don't think anything's happening to his minutes in the playoffs.
No.
Put him in bubble wrap at this point.
I think the Thunder in the
Give him
playoffs
another shoe.
They're gonna go. Who's hot tonight? McCain's gonna get burned. Joe's gonna get burned. Wiggins may get some burn, and it's like, if you start out 0-3 and you've blown 2 defensive coverages, you're probably not gonna see the court again. But if one of those other guys is 2 of 3 from 3 and playing good defense, they might get 12 or 14 minutes, and that could change game to game. That's the beauty of the depth of a team. It didn't have to be like, here's the 8, this is the 8. The 8 could vary, and it could actually be 11 guys playing, but 8 get the bulk.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see like a Shai, J-Dub, Joe, McCain, Chet lineup. I'm very much looking forward to seeing that. I don't know when we'll see that, but that'll be amazing. Like McCain, just having a guy that will take 10 threes a game like he did
Did he hoist
in the last one. I love it. And
it's
he
great.
Four out of 10.
It makes the defense play completely differently.
Yeah, it does.
Like the off-ball defenders are scrambling, chasing him around, dude. Scrambling.
Yep.
I can't believe they got him, dude. He's so
It's
good.
insane.
I'm excited for tomorrow for that reason, to see. I would imagine he wants to put a little extra sauce on it, given the sell high comments.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see what he does. Hopefully he makes Daryl Morey cry.
That'd be nice.
Following back up on Aaron Gordon, looking at his stats from the correct season this time, he missed 8 games, end of December to beginning of January, after missing 9 games in November, both with the calf injury. So I think, again, it's different with calf versus hamstring, and I'm sure there's nuances there, but I didn't realize it was that early last year in January, and then for it to pop back up in the playoffs. I guess that is, something you would probably have to keep an eye on at any point for Dub.
Doesn't Peyton Watson have a hamstring injury right now, or is that something else?
It was a hammy, and he played today.
Jalen Green's had one this year. Scoot Henderson had a torn hamstring.
He missed
the season.
Half the
that
season.
That might actually be better than a strain. Like sometimes just completely blown it is better than there's a lot of case. Like people have said that there's like, obviously short term it's brutal, but you'd rather break your ankle than sprain your ankle, because a sprained ankle will continue to linger long term. A broken ankle, it heals, and then you're good like longer term. I'm not a doctor, but I do think that there's plenty of evidence to suggest you can do stuff to your hamstring and still end up playing a lot of games and not getting re-injured.
Dr.
Though
Nick,
Jalen
why do you have a
Green-
hammer? I just have a sprained ankle.
Jalen
Not
Green
anymore.
did have 2 setbacks. I'm not
I think
mistaken.
so. Yeah.
So
Let's
All
hope
right.
we don't see J-Dub pull up on any fast breaks in the next couple months.
Please no.
his entire
Please,
game
no.
is predicated on athleticism, though, which is kind of scary.
Yeah.
Yep.
As we get out of here, let's look at the upcoming schedule for the Thunder before we podcast again next Sunday. We're going to do predictions for each of these games. And then once we are done, each of you have to make one hot take for the week. Sound good?
Can I frame something up real quick?
Yes.
Sorry. I think it's important as we do this exercise and then moving forward. OKC currently have 3 games on the Spurs with 11 games left. Technically, it's 2 games because of the tiebreaker. Thunder, hardest remaining schedule. Spurs are like 7th easiest. If you look at their schedule, I'm not joking you, there's maybe 2 games they're not going to be double-digit favorites. Like the Spurs might only lose once or twice more this season. If we assume they lose one more time, they will have 19 losses. That means the Thunder can lose 3 more times, meaning they'd have to go 8-3 in that case to guarantee the 1 seed. If the Spurs win out, the Thunder have to go 9-2. Just a frame of reference as we think about the schedule for this week, and then do the same thing next week.
Sounds good. Thank you for that context. Thunder at 76ers tomorrow night, Nick.
W.
Justin.
W.
JD.
W.
Yeah, I think this is going to be a really fun one. Seeing Dub back, but also the McCain revenge game. Should be a really good time. Is anybody playing for Philly?
That's a good question.
Paul George is still in rehab. Joel Embiid's still in the hospital.
Edgecombe? He's healthy, right?
Yeah, he's good.
Maxey out?
He has been. I don't know if he'll be playing tomorrow or not.
I'm checking right now.
Wednesday night, the Thunder travel to Boston. Possible
tough.
finals preview.
Tough.
Maybe we'll see Jason Tatum this time. JD, what do you think happens up in Beantown?
I think it's going to be really close. I think Boston is going to be wanting to wash the taste of tonight's game out of their mouth. They lost to the Timberwolves without Ant
Yeah.
tonight.
Got
and they had
crushed
a
in the fourth quarter.
Wow.
healthy squad. So that's tough. That's going to be a really difficult game, to be honest. Like that, that's a coin toss game for me. Maybe even like 60-40 Boston could win that one. Loss.
Okay, I also got to follow up with what's the free throw differential between Shai and Jaylen Brown?
Jaylen Brown has 8 more.
Holy cow.
Wow.
Justin, what happens up in Boston?
I also think it's an L. I think it will be, like Silva said, hopefully a well-fought, tough game, but I could see Boston taking that one.
Nick?
I'm going to go win. I think Boston's a very good team. Watching the first matchup was not insanely impressed with Boston.
Yeah.
Like, I think the Thunder played really, obviously Tatum wasn't playing. I think the Thunder played really bad and still won that game. Consequences down the stretch were, whatever, but something about like their roster construction, like if they win a bunch of games, when you really think about the tiers of their team and who plays what role, it's like, is that really that scary? I don't know. I just think that the Celtics are good. I don't get the media hype that Tatum's back and they're the automatic best team in the East and crown them. I just don't know if I buy it yet.
It's a little
just
bit
very
like the
well
Thunder.
coached.
Well coached, and you get guys that step up when their number is called. And it may not be the household name. It may not be the guys you expect to go off on you, but I'm sure there's been teams that get done playing the Thunder and they're like, really?
Yeah.
Like, we just got torched by Kenrich Williams?
Yep.
Yeah.
They get a lot of threes. They never turn the ball over. They play good defense, and you're going to win a lot of games by doing that, no matter who's out there.
Totally.
So, Nick, you're going win?
Yeah.
Next, they come home Friday night to play the Chicago Bulls. Justin?
That has to be a win. It is also, fun fact, the last City Edition game of the season.
Yes.
Oh,
Uniform guy.
Nick, what happens
Win.
Friday against the Bulls?
W.
JD?
Now watch this drive.
W. Now watch this drive.
Now watch this drive.
Please tell me someone did that when y'all went and played golf.
JD did.
course
Absolutely he did. You know he did. For the listeners at home, JD and I went and golfed. JD won. What'd you shoot,
What'd you
JD?
shoot?
Oh, dude, like a 114. So it's not like I was good. We were
Scratch
just
golfer
like-
over here.
yeah.
I played in Florida last week with somebody that shot 65. It was really
That's
humiliating.
insane.
It was stupid
Yeah,
humiliating.
it's nuts.
65?
Yeah. Course record was 64. He missed the birdie putt to tie the course record on 18.
What?
That's insane, dude.
Wow.
Wow. Wow. All right, Sylvia, you going to win for against the Bulls?
Oh, yeah.
They close out the week at home on Sunday against the New York Knicks. JD, what do you got?
Win.
Justin?
Give me a win.
Nick?
Loss. I think that they are the opposite of the Celtics, where I think they have so much insane talent that just is not being maximized. Call it bad luck, bad coaching, whatever you want.
Mikal Bridges has not been good for them.
No,
He hasn't been
no.
closing games.
But I think if that team in any playoff series gets the most out of most of their players, which is kind of what you hope in that setting, that's the last team I want to play in the East. I think it's a loss.
Interesting.
I think the win streak continues all week, boys.
Wow.
Wow.
Well, hope you're right.
Just calling it how I see it. All right, anything else? We were going to do a look around the association. We do not have time to look around the association.
You don't want a couple jabs at the Lakers and Luka?
I think
hate
we should
that
talk
guy.
more about Tiny Tim.
I agree.
What are your give us your 30-second overview of Luka? Is he really an MVP candidate? Are the Lakers actually good? What are your takes? Jacob?
Luka is not an MVP candidate. It's not a Mickey Mouse March MVP. It's a whole season MVP. Lakers fans will hype up anything. The dude is a volume chucker. The Lakers have been playing well, so good for them. Should have lost in Orlando. Orlando just completely lost their minds.
Did you see the last minute report?
Yes.
It was like
Full of
infinity
errors.
missed calls on that went against Orlando.
Of course it
Yep.
was. That's the one reason I would not want to play the Lakers in the playoffs, because they will shoot 45 free throws a game.
Yes.
It would be infuriating. I hope the Thunder beat their balls like a drum these next two Lakers games coming up.
This happens every year. In March, the Lakers play better than they did the rest
This
of the
is
season.
true.
And there's
And everybody buys in.
And they lose in the first round 2 years in a row. Like 4-1, like not even a close series.
Yeah. Yep.
And I think it'll happen again.
Who would they draw right now?
Nuggets.
Could be the Nuggets.
Minnesota, based on the current standings.
Is Minnesota
be-
6 or is Nuggets 6?
Well, it's a three-way tie currently: Houston,
Mm.
Denver, Minnesota. But ESPN showing Minnesota in 6.
Okay.
LA'd be running from that matchup.
Yeah.
Yes.
It whooped them last year.
Mhm.
Whooped.
Whooped.
And the problem was they had no size, and they fixed that with DeAndre Ayton.
Perfect. Guy who
Jesus,
hates.
I would
Tough,
love
dude.
to play
Hates
DeAndre
basketball.
Ayton in a playoff series.
he's so bad.
He's an idiot. Oh, all right. I think that's all we got. JD, as we get out of here, will you give me the picture one more time? Thanks for tuning in to the Uncontested. We appreciate you. Again, if you haven't already, go sub to the YouTube channel. You can also follow us on all social media. You can also join the Patreon and go buy some shirts at Cotton Bureau. We've only sold like one shirt since Christmas. Go make it 2. We'll also probably get some new designs up eventually. You guys have a good start of your week. Enjoy J-Dub being back. That's going to be fun. The J-Mac revenge game against Philly. We'll be with you guys again on Thursday. Until then, and as always, Thunder up, Chet and Yahoo.